What's crack-a-lackin', everybody? It's your boy Roguelike Duck, and happy Monday to all of you. It's fantastic to be here. If you're new here and you've been checking out the videos and you don't mind them, I wouldn't mind if you dropped a subscribe. It helps out the channel. Small channel, new channel, so every little bit of help helps. We want to start doing some community tournaments once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you can help us hit that goal, the sooner we can start hosting some of those tournaments. All right, so guys, look, today we're going to be talking about the Big Hands Devil Dino deck. Like I said, we're just going through pool 3 decks, and we're starting with ones that are a bit more achievable for everyone to get, and then we're slowly getting to like the ones that are a bit more difficult for everyone to get to. We've done the pool 1 and pool 2 videos. If you haven't checked them out and you're in pool 1 and pool 2, you can check them out. They're already in the back catalog. But yeah, right now we're talking about pool 3, Devil Dino, big hands. So we're looking at having really big hands. So let's start talking about the breakdown of the cards. Some of these you already know. I'm sure if you've been playing for a bit, you're familiar with like just about all of them. If you're a bit more new to the game, that's why we do these little discuss the deck sort of bits at the beginning here and sort of talk about how we can synergize these cards with each other. So to start things off, Agent 13, we should all be familiar with Agent 13 by now. It's just going to add a random card to your hand. Now, what we're synergizing Agent 13 with, and in similar, like we've got things like this, could be Sentinel if you don't have Mariah Hill. Some people prefer Sentinel. I prefer Mariah Hill, but you can go either way. Objectively, like Sentinel is probably a bit better because you keep that hand nice and full. But I don't think that's really an issue of this deck. There's so many ways to keep the hand full that I'm not stressed about that. So Agent 13, Mariah Hill, or Sentinel. Mariah Hill's just adding random 1 or 2 cost cards to the hand, and we got Nick Fury as well, add 3 random 6 cost cards to the hand. So what we're doing with all these cards, we've got this card here, Quinjet, not Angela, Quinjet. Quinjet, cards that didn't start in your deck cost 1 less, and we've also got Collector, obviously. So Collector, whenever a card enters your hand from anywhere other than your deck, it's getting +1 power. So those cards are all going to be synergizing really well, those two specifically. Now, we also have nice cards like Kitty Pryde, who's always going to be returning to your hand. She's getting a buff from that. Now, she has recently gotten the nerf where instead of getting +2 power and being a 1/0, she's getting +1 power, starting at a 1/2. That's fine though. She's still going to be nice and busted. And every time she returns to the hand, Collector's getting a nice buff. We can put her down in Angela every single turn, and every turn Angela's getting +2 power thanks to the Kitty Pryde. So all of those cards, they all come together really nicely. We do also have Moon Girl as well. Moon Girl duplicates whatever cards are in your hand. Remember, it's starting from left going to right, so if you've got more than 3 cards in your hand, you're not duplicating the whole hand, you're only going to duplicate the first 3 cards in your hand from left to right. So ideally we want to be duplicating the Devil Dino, but if you've got 4 cards in your hand and you just picked up Devil Dino, it's probably not going to duplicate the Devil Dino. So keeping all that in mind, nice synergies with all that. Now, you do see we're running a nice lineup of 4 costs, so nice and easy. We play the Zabu, 4 cost cards cost 1 less. That means we can also play a Shang-Chi and a Nick Fury on turn 6, just to get nice 3 power to Collector, put 3 more cards in the hand for Devil Dino, and Shang-Chi deals with whatever problem cards are in the enemy's hand. We do have Mystique here as well. Now, Mystique's going to copy the last ongoing card that you played. Ideally, Mystique is copying the Devil Dino. So if we got the Zabu out, we can go Mystique, Nick Fury. Mystique to copy the Devil Dino played on turn 5, and Nick Fury putting 3 more cards in their hand. That's going to buff Mystique and Devil Dino, right? Because Mystique will copy the Devil Dino. She's just going to be 3 power less than Devil Dino. So we're not stressed about that. Mystique can go absolutely crazy with the Devil Dino as well. That pretty much covers everything in the deck. As you can see, it all kind of connects with each other. We're keeping the hand nice and full. We are still going to get nice and buffed cards out of it. We're playing a lot of supporting cast to keep those nice buff cards. We've got big strong cards in the way of Kitty Pryde, Angela, Collector, Devil Dino, and in some ways could be Mystique as well. Now, obviously, you can take the Mystique out and swap Mystique out for where is she? Chavez, and that's perfectly fine as well. That way we're more likely to draw into the other cards. You can play that instead of the Mystique, especially if you don't have the Mystique yet. There's no problem doing that. Like I said, you can swap Mariah Hill out for Sentinel if you prefer that. And the only cards that you're probably going to be struggling to get your hands on are cards like Zabu, maybe the Nick Fury. If you haven't got Nick Fury, I think everyone in the world has Kitty Pryde. If you don't have Kitty Pryde, then I'm sorry. I'm not really sure where you go from there. You might throw in some other, like Iceman or something, I don't know. But ideally, like maybe a lineup like this works pretty well. there isn't a great deal in terms of like swapping, because this deck just does what it needs to do. But I have made Devil Dino lists for pool 1 and pool 2, so this is now the pool 3 Devil Dino list, right? So work your way towards it, I suppose. So I'm actually just going to play the list like this without the mystique. Let's go. Let's get into some games. All right, we have the game 1. Now, Devil Dino still suffers from the same stuff that Devil Dino has always suffered from, and that's cards like Enchantress, cards like Rogue, cards like Shang-Chi. So it makes it really hard to want to play the Devil Dino on turn 5 because he just becomes a complete open target. And in those instances, like, you could consider playing a Cosmo to counter that, and that's perfectly fine as well. We do see Bar of No Name. That could prove to be an issue. We kind of are going to try and play a bit more conservative. Now, Agent 13 gave us a Magneto, so that's nice. Okay, Central Park. It's kind of filling us up. This is weird. This is very weird. We got to be careful not to play too much, because we got the 5 and 6 in the way of Devil Dino and Magneto. Okay, so we see the Cosmo there, so we can play Devil Dino pretty easily there. Now we might drop the Quinjet. Yeah, we might play the Quinjet there. So we see the Typhoid Mary, and that's fine. So yeah, we could safely play our Devil Dino here. They do win Bar of No Name because of the Typhoid Mary, which is why I think they snapped. But we're not scared. We see the Ant-Man, and we see the Howard the Duck. I don't think we've got anything to be considerably worried about. Victory. I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you what right now. I wasn't expecting the Spectrum. I was expecting a Red Skull. Or maybe a Taskmaster, because I thought that we might be versing Shuri Sauron here. This was not Shuri Sauron. This was a Spectrum deck. So for all you Spectrum lovers out here, there you go. There's Spectrum again. Gee whiz. Alright, cool. Well, the Typhoid Mary kind of helped us out there, because I think we would have lost if that was actually zeroed. Alright, let's go to the next game. Alright, we're into the next game, and I think my stat tracker just broke for that last one. So if you enjoy seeing the stats at any point, it's going to be inaccurate. I don't think it recorded that last win. We see Onslaught Citadel. Onslaught Citadel does actually work on Devil Dino. Now what we will do here is we're just going to play the kitty. Oh look, Jeff. And then next turn we can kitty collector. There we go. We're going to go kitty collector. Oh, damn. It hit the Devil Dino. Don't like that. Alright. Okay. I think we just play this nice and simple, right? We're versing like a Thanos Zoo maybe, or like a Thanos Control sort of deck. So here's the thing, if I play the Nick Fury here, I can keep my hand completely full, and that'll keep the Kitty Pryde out. But the Kitty Pryde does become susceptible to does become susceptible to problems like Killmonger. But it might also just secure us this lane. We don't draw the Chavez either. Okay, so he's Professor Xing Hellfire Club, that's fine.
I still believe in heroes.
And then, like, maybe just win. Maybe just win. Not maybe just enough to, like, snap on it, but maybe just enough that just win. How on earth was that going to win that lane? Now I'm just confused. Like, I had all my eggs in that basket.
Victory.
What did the bro think was going to happen? Sweet, okay. So like I said before, Onslaught Citadel does double Devil Dino, so we're happy to plop them on there. Cool, we'll take that win. Let's go to the last game. Alrighty, we are in the last game. Murder World out of the gate, damn. Hand is pretty average. Won't lie. Alright, whenever we see Dino, it becomes better. It's a shame that Dino was that far away from the Moon Girl, but... Alright, we see Daredevil, so we're probably going to expect something to get Professor X'd. Do I just play the risk in the danger room? Like... Of course. Of course. I filled that all up nice. Zabu would have been crazy there. I think we just play the Nick Fury. The Professor Xing danger room.
Squad's still a little light.
Opponent snapped.
I could just do this. If he's got, he can't Shang-Chi me now. I've got Shang-Chi. What are we
Friendly
seeing?
neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Spider-Man. Like, of course. Why else would you have the Daredevil? Like, at this point, it's over. I always play it out when I'm recording, but at this point, it's over. They're just going to drop Hulk there or something. And I got no way of getting any power into Danger Room. So... We'll just drop a Thanos, I guess, hey? Yep. Yep. Oh, love that. I love a good lockdown. It's nice. It's good. I'm not salty at it. All right, let's go back to talking about the deck. All right, so just like with the Destroy deck that we did yesterday, it did 2-1. It did 2-1, and that's pretty good. I always say, I love Dinosaur, right? Big number, go brrr. I love it. It's so much fun. And there are plenty of different ways you can play the deck as well that we're not even looking at here. Like taking out the Kitty Pryde and the Angela, if you've got these cards, you can also just rock and roll with this. Throw in a Sunspot, throw in a She-Hulk, and you're off to the races, right? And the game plan here is that, well, Sunspot, whenever you don't spend any energy, you +1 power. If you're getting hit by Shang-Chi's, pardon me, you're getting hit by Shang-Chi's a lot. Turn 5, you don't play anything. And then you can drop Devil Dino and She-Hulk on turn 6, with your Sunspot getting nice and buffed on turn 5. So there's like other ways you can play. There's lots of cool different ways that you can muck around with the Dinosaur deck. There's so much fun. There's so much you can do with it. So look, if you've got most of the cards, jump in and play some Devil Dino. It's still a fantastic deck. You don't need Darkhawk to make Dinosaur good, but we will be talking about Devil Darkhawk later on this week. But for just a pure big hand Dinosaur go brrr, this video I hope helped you out, because I think it's still very strong and very capable. Maybe not so much in Conquest, but if you're just trying to get Infinite, man, give it a go. Alright, and so, like I said yesterday, I want to start adding in comments that you guys leave on my videos towards the end of these where I reply to them. And we have one here from Stephen Thompson, who was replying to the Silver Surfer video that I did, saying that they picked up Surfer for their free card, and they're running Nebula, Storm, Jug, Zabu, Cosmo, Brood, Rogue, Wong, Mystique, Blue Marvel, Sarah, and Surfer, and discusses the game plan. If Sarah doesn't show, you got this, that. Now, this was obviously a couple of weeks ago before the new change to Magic, but there's nothing wrong with that sort of build. The only thing I didn't initially like about Wong Mystique builds was that you end up getting really greedy and sort of relying on that for the win. And the build that I uploaded, that I hit Infinite with, I thought that was a lot more safer because it had different win conditions. Well, like even without seeing the Silver Surfer, was still very capable of like just good card win. This isn't too bad, and it's not too far away from how Sarah Surfer's kind of getting run now with the Mr. Negative builds that are going around. I'm sure you've all already seen it. If not, I might do a video about it later. I've been running it in Conquest, and it feels very nice. But the Mr. Negative build does run Wong Mystique, but it's a bit more consistent in the way that because of Mr. Negative, they become a lot more cheaper. Where in the build that Steven's listed here, you might end up just going turn 4 Wong, ignoring your Sarah, so you can do like a Mystique shenanigan or a Blue Marvel shenanigan. But that's all fine. And like I always say, make the lists how you enjoy playing the deck, right? You don't have to do the deck one for one how I put it up. There's heaps of different ways you can play it, heaps of different ways that you can put cards in. And honestly, I think like the Storm Juggernaut combo, fantastic. And Rogue, I've always liked Rogue and Sarah Surfer. I've stopped running Rogue recently just because there isn't as much ongoing shenanigans I found. But fantastic list, Steven, and guys, I love it. Like, keep sharing, keep letting me know, and I'm gonna try to respond to different comments at the end of every video. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed. Pick up Dinosaur, go raw, and I will see you guys next time. Hooroo!